Computer, and we are live.
Awesome. Welcome to the Leadership Zoom, everybody. Glad to have everybody here. My name is Kyle Audie, Kyle Audie P. I've got my panelists here. We've got Thaddeus Thomas up there. He was just waving. We've got Cody. Mr. Cody Stackhouse is in the house, right? We've got Tom on here. I'm glad he's here. We've got Guillaume on here. His camera isn't working right now. And we've got Andrew, and I'm hoping that Mark shows up. We'll see if he shows up or not. But that being said, welcome to this webinar tonight. I'm glad you guys are here. We're going to talk about some brand new technology that is taking this world by storm. And I personally was actually introduced to this technology back, I think it was January 2nd. And that's approximately when the platform launched. But we're going to get into all that here in this short webinar. It's not going to be too long tonight. And we're going to discuss exactly what the benefits are, why you need to be a part of this. But most importantly, let me ask you this question. How would you like to be able to, regardless of what business you're in, okay, what opportunity you're a part of, what you're promoting, how would you like to be able to put your ad, okay, a paid ad, right onto your customer's mobile phone, okay, right in front of them on every major social media platform, on every major app, on every major content network for pennies on the dollar? And it gets even better. How would you like to do that, whether you're at your house, on vacation, traveling around the world, and be able to target, okay, your prospects by all the different kinds of niches and mediums, okay? Not only do we guarantee that we're gonna make this completely simplistic and easy for you, okay, but we're gonna be able to provide you with a whole bunch of extras that we're going to get into tonight that are going to just, they're going to blow your mind. Now, when I got into this, I was actually introduced to this by Cody. And Cody just sent me a message like we do on Messenger and said, hey, bro, you want to change 2019 forever. Basically, that's what it said. And I'm like, yeah. I've heard that before. No offense, Cody. And pretty much, it took him a week or two of saying you need to look at this before I really did. And then he sent me the link. And I looked at it, and it was technology that I had kind of already seen before. And I was like, okay, I've seen this. And basically what it was, or what it used to be, is, and Cody can hold something up. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it used to be a little gem that you had to have in your pocket. And I was personally never interested in that technology for several reasons. One, it only would advertise to people that had an Android phone. Two, they had to have their Bluetooth on. Three, they had to have their locationing on. And four, in some cases, just depending on what technology you're using, it would actually send out a pre-message to a cell phone and require approval before sending your message. And so it was a very invasive technology. And worst case scenario, you had to be in like 100-meter proximity of where you wanted to advertise for it to even go out. Okay, if that makes sense. So that being said, Cody was sending me this stuff, and I didn't get it. I wasn't interested in proximity marketing. Well, fast forward, and I'll let him kind of tell this story too when he comes out here in a minute. But fast forward that, and he's like, no, dude, it's not like that anymore. And I said, explain. He said, well, number one, you don't have to be in proximity anymore. He said, there's no longer a device. It's all virtual. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. That kind of caught my attention. So I said, do you care if we get on a quick call and we can talk about it? So we did, and literally within the first 10 minutes of me saying, well, what about this, and what about that, and what about this, it blew my mind. I was amazed at what this technology was doing. And this was back a month and a half ago. a lot has transpired and changed since then, and there's so many more features. I was excited just from the beginning, but so we talked, and I said, dude, we got to get on my conference line and have this conversation and record it because I want to share this. And he said, no problem. So we did, and I recorded that call, and I've still got it to this day. It's about 20 minutes, and I still share it with people because, it was an exciting call, and there was no set plan or what we were going to talk about. It was just like we just went through it, and he explained it, and I was blown away. And here's the thing. There used to be a lot of different companies out there that had these gems. Okay, I'm not going to name names, but there was several different ones out there, and a lot of different people were involved in them. What happened is the technology was based on Google Nearby. Okay, it was a technology called Google Nearby. Well, Google didn't like the fact that people were spamming people's cell phones, pretty much. And so they got rid of the technology, and it killed the gem. It killed the marketing. Well, our company, okay, Royaltie, which you're going to learn about tonight, they basically said, okay, they had from October, what was it, Cody, the 25th, approximately?
October 25th, yeah.
October 25th, they were given the news that the old stuff was going away. And between then and December 6th, they had created a brand new platform. Okay. Now, here's what this platform does. If you guys have ever tried to do Facebook ads, it's not easy. Okay. It takes time to figure out, to learn. There's a lot to it. Those that do it for a living spend 10 hours a day watching their ads, filtering their ads, split testing their ads. And that's just one platform. And you're going to spend a lot of money on that ad. Okay. Now, if you want to do Instagram, same thing. You got to go to Instagram, learn that platform, figure out how to get an ad up, pay them to market. Okay. Once you have that one done, there's Snapchat, there's Twitter, there's YouTube, there's Amazon, there's Google, there's Microsoft, there's Forbes, CNN, there's media networks, and there's all kinds of stuff out there. And you could literally spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and more time than you want to worry about trying to figure it all out. So what this company did is they simplified it. Now you can do this all under one platform. You can simply go into the platform, create your ad on one page, okay, and drop a pin. Okay, drop a pin on a map and say, this is where I want to advertise. And instead of the 100-meter radius, you can go out to 10,000 meters or approximately 6.5 miles. So imagine being able to target a 6.5 mile radius, okay, and have new eyeballs on your offer every day for pennies on the dollar. It's incredible. So again, I was blown away at the technology right from the get-go. We are in version 1.0. The company continues to drop new features weekly, and when they drop, Cody will message me and go, dude, did you see the new feature in the dashboard? I'm like, what? So I'll check it out. I think Thaddeus is the same way. But the bottom line is this company is doing something that all of those other companies weren't able to do. So in other words, we have no competition. Okay, it isn't like some other niche. Like I'll use an example, the credit niche, right? There's a lot of different companies out there promoting fix your credit, do this, do that. The problem is there's a lot of different companies, and you're competing with all of those different companies and everybody that's promoting. Well, guess what? There is nobody else out there that has this platform and this technology and is doing it the way that this company is doing it. So the only competition you have is none. Because as you build with our team, the compensation plan that's part of this is based on your efforts, but also the efforts of everybody that you see that's on your team. It's volume. So you're getting paid on volume, which is incredible, okay? I'm not going to dig all into the comp plan today. If you are excited about what you're hearing today, though, and you decide that you want to take advantage of this because it is extremely simplified, low cost, You're able to advertise on the biggest billboard in the world, which is people's cell phones. Okay, everybody has one nowadays. Everybody's walking around scrolling through Facebook and Instagram, and they're on Snapchat and they're on Twitter. Imagine having your ad for your business as a paid advertisement right there in front of these people. Okay, you set it up, it takes less than 5 minutes. Now, that being said, okay, I want to introduce my panel and just kind of pass the mic around. And I want these guys to kind of share their stories and their excitement, kind of give their testimonials as to, you know, what they're excited about, because it's an exciting time. Okay, but if this resonates with you at all, and this is something that you want to get involved in, and I don't care what business you're in now, we all, if we're in this niche, working, you know, online marketing, building lists, you know, we've all got different things we promote, multiple things, if you're smart. But this is a technology that it doesn't matter. I don't care what business you're in or what niche you're in. We can show you how to use this to capitalize. And then on the back end, okay, we're going to show you how to build an extra stream of income just for being a part of it. And last but not least, we'll show you a whole nother side where you can 10x your income, okay, for those of you that want to, by upselling this technology to businesses. Okay, we'll go into that a little tiny bit tonight. But long story short, I've talked a lot and kind of explained what we have here. First, I want to bring out my sponsor. Okay, Cody Stackhouse. He's over here, I think. Okay, this guy, he's been with this company honestly for almost 3 years now, since the beginning, before this new technology came about. So he's kind of gone through all the bumps and the bruises and things like that. But the reason that I looked at this because of him was because he doesn't jump into just anything. You know, he isn't promoting the latest and greatest every month or every week like you see a lot of people online doing. He's very picky and very choosy on what he does. And so I had a lot of confidence knowing that, hey, he wasn't just going to come at me with just anything, right? And so that being said, I want, you know, first of all, Cody, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from, kind of what your background is and your story is. And then, you know, just give us a testimonial or whatnot about, you know, what's coming. You probably know more than most of us, because Cody's got direct connections for our team straight to corporate. Okay, so he's got that connection. But just go into it, and don't forget to relate the story that you know I love when you're doing it. So tell us where you're from and kind of your back history, man.
Well, my name's Cody, and I'm from Kansas City, Kansas. I got in, you know, from the very beginning, and, you know, it all started with this right here. Okay, I had to have this on me at all times. 100-meter radius, getting hits, but it wasn't getting what we all needed, right? So I went from, you know, this to a virtual pin where I could literally move that anywhere in the map in the world, right? So now we can literally go to businesses. Like, I'm in staffing, right? So I wanted to use this from the very beginning. So I went to UPS. I went to all these different warehouses, hoping to get leads, hoping to get, you know, seats on the phone device. It was only Android at the time. Well, from 3 years to now, there's a lot that's changed. So now I can literally go anywhere in the world with it. So I started with UPS trying to get in with them with this. And I popped on their phone, and they were like, okay, well, you know, that's kind of interesting. I went to a whole nother platform with it, with the virtual gym. And now they're wanting to pay me $10,000 a month just for the marketing on the virtual gym. That is how powerful this thing really is. So you can walk into any business, or, you know, if you're not even in the whole business aspect of it, you can walk in to someone's house and say, hey, look at this. I can put this over here in China, and you're over here in Kansas or Ohio or wherever. It's going to blow people's minds. And that's only one part of the system. There's so many other things that are coming out right now. It is. I won't get in too much detail because I don't want to get in trouble with corporate. But that's where it's going, guys. There's a lot more to it. There's going to be, I could say there's going to be a remarketing feature. They've already released that. They have hinted to the video ads aspect. Right now we're doing picture ads with, little text, but it's still doing the trick. I got 3 to 4 leads today. So, and Kyle got to see them, so it's one of those things. This technology does work. We have a whole group in mind where people are getting leads daily. So you might say, oh, that's too good to be true. Well, it's not. It really actually does work. So, and I'm going to go ahead and tell the story that Kyle loves. Right.
Yeah, this story's powerful, you guys. So listen up.
So basically, what happened was when they first launched the virtual gem, we had the royalty notification network in play where we're already going on all these different ad partners networks. So the virtual gem just launched, and we were like, okay, cool. Well, let's see what it can do. Well, I was in my living room, and I was like, well, Eric War's in Las Vegas. Let me see what we can do with this. So I placed my pin probably about 3 to 4 hours before the event. And then to my surprise, because I was still brand new to the technology, I'm getting hit up by the actual operations manager of the event saying, hey, Level Up Casey, because that's my business name. I see that you're marketing to people at the event. People are saying that you're on people's phones, on devices. But we need you to stop. I'm like, I'm in my living room. So I literally got called out in my living room by marketing to Eric War's event. So that's how powerful it really is. And you don't even have to be a business owner to do it. Maybe you're a coach and you want a high school athlete to be seen by a college. Place that pin on that college. Place that pin on multiple colleges. If you're a chef that wants to be, in culinary school, place it on the school you want. People will see your ad. People will see your video. People will see what you want them to see. That's how powerful it really is. So if you haven't, got interested yet, I would definitely, get with the person that brought you to this this webinar and start asking questions, ask for more information, or just join and just ask questions later. It's that powerful, and things are about to really, really pop.
Awesome, Cody. Awesome testimony. I appreciate you shouting out. What would you say, with everything coming out in this technology and everything, what would you say a goal of yours is personally for where you want to go with this and where you think this is going based on kind of our back-end conversations and kind of the things we've talked about moving forward?
So my whole goal in mind is with everything that I know that's coming out, and the fact that I literally had UPS wanting to pay me $10,000 a month, I don't want to just stop at UPS. I want to go to anywhere there's a big business. Like Zoom is actually here in Kansas City, Kansas. So I want to go to Zoom next. I want to go to YRC. I want to go to the unions. I want to go to everywhere that I know that they don't have this technology and they don't know about this technology. I was stunned when I walked into UPS with just this little device, and they were like, how are you doing that? I was like, oh my God, really? So,
right. Well, the funny thing is before tonight's webinar, Cody and I have talked in the past, and, back before the Super Bowl, we're like, we can advertise to people at the Super Bowl. And then we started thinking, we could drop this on malls. We could drop this on buses, train stations, big events in Vegas. We could do this. You could drop this in China if you know something that's going on there. And then earlier today, he's like, dude, Times Square. Because you could drop an ad on Times Square. There's a ton of money there. And I'm thinking to myself, this dude doesn't stop thinking, okay? But that is the simplistic power of the technology that we have here. And if you're just joining us, thanks for joining us. But the technology is extremely powerful. Again, nobody else has this. The platform is easy to use. In fact, when I got started, again, I signed up. It took me to a dashboard, and then I kind of had to figure it out from there. That's how most companies do it. This company is all about thinking outside the box and making it easier and better for everyone. So now when you decide to become a part of this and you're smart and you click on the link below this video and you get started, because it's $47 to get started and a one-time $30 fee to put your ad on all of these networks and social media sites as a paid ad. Okay, and it's going to look the same, guys, as any other paid ad that you see on any other platform. It's no different. Okay, but imagine being able to do that for pennies on the dollar, and literally within 5 minutes or less create your ad. So when you sign up, it's going to take you right into creating that ad right away, and it's going to walk you through it. So your ad's going to be up in 5 minutes or less. Now, if you don't have a place to send that person yet, because they do have a landing page builder built into this thing, and you can build unlimited pages. But let's say you're new and you've created your ad and you're like, I don't have a page to send them yet. You can now click on a button that says create my page, and they will create your page for you based on what your ad is. That's crazy. And then you can always go in and edit it or do whatever you want with it later, but it gets you up and running and in front of your customers, in front of your prospects immediately. That's powerful. Now, it's kind of the missing link. And before I go to our next leader here and presenter, I just want to say this. It's kind of our missing link, because I've been building out automated sales funnels and automated systems and automated platforms that kind of do the pre-sale process for me before it gets to the company site, so people are ready to go and click that sign up button when they get there. But the part that's always been missing is people get in, they get excited, they join, they get their funnel set up, because we've made all that extremely easy. But then they're like, okay, now what do I do to market this thing? How do I bring in leads? And that's where it becomes difficult for most people, because they start to post on their profile on social media, or they start to do emails or text messages, and although all that is good and they're reaching out, okay, it's a lot easier to be able to plug somebody into this and say, we've already got a technology that will help you get paid ads in front of your customers. So you can do all that other stuff, and that's great. But by plugging into this, okay, you're up and running. You've got your funnel set up. You've got your ads running. You've got your product. You're pushing that, and you're going, okay? It's just, I can't even begin to explain how simplistic this is. So again, if this is resonating with you at all, and you can kind of picture the possibilities of what we've been talking about, go ahead and hit that button below and get started, or get back to the person that referred you here. Now, so I don't drag this out, I'm going to introduce our next leader, okay? I've known this guy for years. We've been in multiple businesses together. We've always shared the leaderboards with each other when we're in a business together. And I couldn't not share this program with him. Okay, I'm like, you got to call me, dude. Okay, because I couldn't share. If he would have turned me down, it would have hurt my feelings, but I would have been okay. But I just knew, sharing is caring, and you got to part of the business is you have to put your business out there, and you can't be fearful of sharing it. So this guy's been around the block. He knows what he's doing. He's excellent at video marketing, which Cody hinted around to earlier. That's going to be, I think that's going to be coming here soon. We can't say any dates or what's all involved with that, but Thaddeus is the man when it comes to that. He's got so many tools and secret strategies. I just can't build this guy up enough. This guy rocks it. He's definitely, if you're not following Thaddeus on social media and you're on this webinar, you need to be following him. But Thaddeus, why don't you just come out, tell us where you're from, kind of a little bit of back history, and give us your testimony and your thoughts.
It would be my pleasure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. First off, I want to thank everybody for being here. clear my throat. I want to thank everybody for being here, and thank you, Kyle, for such a wonderful, wonderful introduction. My name is Thaddeus Thomas. I'm coming to you live from Bear, Delaware, the lovely Bear, Delaware. And as you can see, I'm a bit of a nerd. I get into technology and doing things a little different. Like Kyle said, if you haven't followed me on my social media Facebook page, you may want to, because I give a lot of tips and secrets and tricks on how to stand out from the crowd in order to be different and to be successful in our industry. You have to do something different. You have to be different. You have to have a different product. And when Kyle showed this to me, and mind you now, I got to tell you guys a little background. People come to me all day long because of where I'm at in the business. I'm currently at the top, the leaderboard, whatever it is that I'm doing. And people come to me all the time wanting me to take a look at something. Take a look at this. Take a look at that. And if I looked at everything like today, I counted up, I had 17 people send me something to look at today. Now, most of them between 30 minutes to an hour of a webinar, and if I looked at each and every one of them, I wouldn't get anything else done. So I'm going to give you guys a little practical tip that you can use before I go into the proximity thing. When people come to you and they'll say, I want you to take a look at this video. I want you to look at this opportunity. I want you to give me your opinion. You've heard all this stuff before, right? Well, I got this from one of my mentors, and it works amazingly well, so I wanted to share it with you. Now, when people ask me to take a look at something that they're doing, I say, yes, I would be honored to take a look at it. And I only charge $500 an hour. How would you like to pay? And that's what I do. And that's funny, right? You would think that's funny. But let me tell you what, though. Let me tell you what. People see you in a different way than you see yourself. And the first time I said that to somebody, he says, well, man, that's a great value. Let me check my budget. I was like, what? Really? Yeah, because people see in a different light. So, this stuff that we're doing, this should absolutely blow your mind. Royalty and what they have going on and how we can market to people. I've been marketing self-sufficiently, working for myself, paying all the bills in this house for 10 years. So when Kyle says we know what's out there, we know what's out there because we're there. And this is nowhere else in the world what we have here. We have cutting edge breakthrough technology that nobody else has. And like Cody said, when he went to UPS and they're willing to pay him $10,000 a month, I bet you could get more than that, Cody. I bet you from UPS, I bet you could get more than that. You could probably get $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month from them because they're huge, and not only UPS, anybody else that you go to that has enough sense to take a look at this. Anybody that you show this to, you guys should be super excited. I'm so excited that when they told me about it on the last the last webinar we did, I found out that Royalty is having a event April 13th in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I've never even been to Atlanta, Georgia, but as soon as I found out, I made a commitment to go. And if any of you guys are going to be there, you will get to meet me and these guys because we are going. We're going to be there. We're super excited about the announcements that they have coming out and the things that they're doing now. I'm so excited because I'm a geek. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here when we were about to do this this meeting. Kyle said to me, do you want to host or do I want to host? I'm like, well, I got the best router known to man. I have the highest speed internet. I have the best computer. And I'm just a geek. I'm not bragging or anything. These are my tools. This is what I work with. And I want to have the best tools to work with because you don't want your tools to slow you down. So if you have a tool that moves faster than you, and that's what Royalty does, it moves much faster than we could ever move with those little gems like you were talking about, Cody, that you had to have in your pocket and you had to be. And I hated them things. You know why? Because I work from home. I've been working from home for years. I don't go nowhere. If people don't come within 100 meters of my house, it does me no good. Now I can place a meter and I can place a pin in the map anywhere and advertise to those people that come within that 6-mile range from the comforts of my home. That is amazing. That is amazing. The world is going to go crazy Their world's going to go crazy when they hear about this. If you talk to somebody, if you show this to somebody and they're not interested, don't even waste your time talking to them anymore ever in life. No, just kidding. I'm I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. I'm just and my team. I'm telling people about it, and people have come in and they're getting results faster than me because I got some other things going on. I haven't paid a lot of attention to it, but everybody that I showed it to is interested. I've added it to my personal funnels. I have personal funnels, sales funnels that I have set up. I've incorporated it already. It's done deal, into my funnels because everyone that I show to, it just blows their mind. So I encourage each and every one of you to get to the event, to check out Royaltie, the marketing system. You will be amazed. I probably, if you're not amazed, then I don't want to talk to you anymore. No, that's it. Any questions, Kyle? You want to ask?
Yeah. So you've gone over quite a bit, and you're right. This technology is truly going to change the game. Cody, you know what? You need to go back and ask for 10 times your money. In fact,
absolutely.
He was walking out the door, and they tried to hire him as an employee to do their marketing. And what was it that you said, Cody? Exactly? Do you remember?
I said, just think of me as an employee without benefits.
There you go. See, so this is very powerful. So I guess the question I have for you, Thaddeus, with all your experience and all your knowledge and your excitement with what we have here and how it's going to, first of all, how do you think it's going to change your business and the way you've been doing things in the past, number one? And number two, as a result of that, what are your goals knowing that you have this in your hands?
Okay. How will it change my business and my goals? Okay, I got you. I'm writing that down so I don't forget because, my memory's not the best. I borrowed a book from the library on how to improve your memory, and I forgot to return it. That's another story, though. I just wanted to touch on something else that you said earlier before I answer these questions, if
Sure.
I may. You had mentioned that Royaltie will actually create an ad for you, right?
Royaltie will create here's the way that works. So they have a landing page feature built into this system where you can create unlimited mobile-friendly. They look like a virtual business card, but you can do a lot more with them now than when they first came out. So they will create that for you based on the ad that you create. Okay. But that being said, as you already know, because we walked through it, how hard is it to create an ad?
Oh, it's incredibly easy. It is amazingly easy. But the point that I wanted to make is something that you didn't mention the first time or the second time when you talked about them creating that ad for you, is the fact that they do it for free.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, most places, as you know, most places that do something for you charge you.
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to creating ad creating. There's advertising agencies that create ads for you, and they charge you lots of money. I can't believe they do it for free. That was the first thing I asked you when you told me that. I said,
yeah.
For how much? How much do they charge for that? He was like, free. Really? Okay. How will your first part of the question? How will Royaltie change my business and what I'm doing? Well, I have adopted it as my primary source of marketing. Number one, there's a lot of different things that we do. We have a couple of phone services where we actually reach out to people by phone. We have SMS, we reach out by text, and of course, we use the standard autoresponder email, letters, and sequences and things like that. I was putting together I was going a whole different direction with my advertising, and when I found out about this, it changed everything. So it is changing my entire business, and it's helping my team. In the last, we have in the last week, I think it was, last 6-7 days or whatever, I've helped my team net, not gross, net more than $23,000 in sales for my team. I didn't make any of that.
Wow.
Money. Plus, I'm sitting on the top of the leaderboard, for the company, my primary company too. all the way at the top, 350,000 registered users. So for me to make such a drastic move with my advertising should tell you guys something about how I feel about this company. I went into my funnels. I've already done this. This is a done deal. I went into my funnels and changed my traffic source to this. The heck with all other stuff I was doing. Are you kidding me? It's so easy. It's so easy for everybody. You know, compared to the old stuff we're doing, like today we were setting up some autoresponders for something. What a pain. You got to go in and change the links and this and that and do all this. And here you put a pin in the map, bam, you're done. Send it to your funnel. They create the ad. It's done. Easy peasy. Doesn't get any better than that. So how will it change my business? It's going to change how I do business completely, how I advertise. The source. This is the source.
And I think the best part of that, Thaddeus, is it's so simplistic that it's easily duplicatable.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
So it's not like you're saying, oh, you got to go buy this system, and you got to buy this course, and you got to go through a college education to learn how to use. This is 5 minutes, and you're in, and you're set up.
Right. One of my previous traffic sources, you know, I own a lead company, so I would sell my leads, but then we'd have to pull in a texting service that sent out a short code to a number, sent out a keyword to a short code, and we had another, which is a whole bunch of stuff you got to learn too, by the way. And we had another service that responded to that, and this just replaces all that at a fraction of the cost. Man, I'm
you were saying when you first got in and you asked me, you know, how much is it? And I told you, and you were like, and then I told you, you said, how much is the top package? And I said, well, $297 for 50,000 guaranteed impressions and now guaranteed leads because of our new updated, you know, strategy here. And you told me, you said, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
You're like, I spend 3 to 4 times that month on traffic a month.
Easy. And I know lots of people, and there's probably some of them sitting right here in this room that have bought clicks. You know, now I own an ad company, so I sell clicks too. I understand, but let me tell you something. When you buy clicks and you spend $200-300, the same amount that you get 50,000 impressions for, when you buy clicks, and most people play darts, right? You know how you play darts. You have a dart and you throw it at a target. Okay, well, we're always trying to hit that target with the people that we market to, but when it comes to clicks, it's like playing darts blindfolded. And a lot of you have probably heard of or played the game called Pin the Tail on the Donkey, where they blindfold you and they spin you around. You're supposed to pin the tail. Well, imagine trying to shoot darts blindfolded after someone spun you around a couple of times. That's kind of like what you do when you buy clicks.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going on with it, where they're, you know, and this is just completely different. It is completely different. You target where you want your ad to be shown. Wherever you, I don't know if you guys can imagine that, but that's huge. That is huge. You've always heard you need a target audience. Well, now you can target your audience just by putting a pin on the map. It doesn't get any easier than that. My goals, I'm looking at 7 figures. I want to hit 7 figures this year. I've done multiple 6 figures. I want to hit 7 figures, and I think this is the vehicle to get us there, without a doubt. You know, that $300 package, I'll be reaching out to the company to see if they have a higher package, because I want more. I want more. I want a lot more.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm glad to have you on the team.
Thanks for sharing this with me.
It's going to be a fun ride, and I know that you started hitting it right out of the gate. I know you've got lots of people joining you. I expect to see you as one of the leaders on the leaderboard very soon.
Absolutely.
And just so everybody knows, in regards to,
I didn't know there was a leaderboard, by the way. Yeah, I want it.
I'll show you that. And just so you know, and they have prizes for leaderboard people.
I love prizes.
Yeah, so the cool part about this is when I joined this program, you placed your pin, right? And then if you wanted to move your pin, you had to get your ad reapproved. And one of the new features that they come out with since then is if you decide to move your pin, you can move it within 2 seconds. Just log into your account, go to where your pin's at, touch on the map where you want it to move it, and it's moved. And you do not have to get your ad reapproved to do that. Extremely, extremely powerful. And there's a lot of other things coming out. You know, we've got to where you can target by industry now. We've got to where you can target by subcategory now. We've got, I don't even know if I should be saying this, Cody, but we've got full analytics being released as early as next week. So you're going to be able to see all types of things about your leads and your users and who's visiting your site and where they're coming from, and just it's going to blow you away compared to what we have now. Okay, it's just going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So we've covered a lot tonight. I want to share one quick story myself, and then I think we're almost done. But Mark was supposed to be on tonight. He was a recruit that I recently signed up. And he signed up, and he hadn't done anything for about a week. This was before they had the onboarding in place to where you had to create your ad right away. And Sunday morning he called me, and I'll be honest, I was still in bed. You know, he's like, dang, wake up. But he was in the middle of putting his ad up and trying to get a little landing page up. And so he reached out to Cody, and Cody helped him with a few snags. But I asked him, was it hard? And he says, no, it was easy. It was simple. So he dropped his pin. And I kid you not, and this made me kind of jealous because I've got ads out there that haven't done as well as his ad is. But he dropped his pin, and the very next day he called me. He's like, dude, are you sitting down? And I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Because I'm usually sitting at my desk or I'm sitting upstairs or something. I'm kind of lazy like that when you work from home. That's kind of what happens unless you're going to the gym. That's why I go to the gym. Can't you tell? I'm just kidding. So he basically says, are you sitting down? I said, okay, tell me. And I thought he was going to, we're involved with another company that we're doing really well with. And I thought he was going to tell me something about that. And he says, remember how I dropped my pin yesterday? I'm like, yeah. He said, I've already got 600 impressions. I've already got over 20 clicks. And I've already got 4 opt-ins that I've got to follow up with. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Right? Already within 24 hours. And I'm just like, so I messaged Cody, and I'm like, Cody, what am I doing wrong? I'm not getting that good a result with my pin. So Cody helped me a little bit with my pin because I'm like, this is a brand new guy. He's never done this before, and he's already getting results. But that is the power, guys. Even if you're a beginner, listen to me. Even if you're a beginner with this program, okay, if you're struggling with Facebook, if you're struggling to build a list, if you're struggling to do things, let me tell you this. We have probably by now, over $40,000 worth of bonuses when you join our team, okay? Trainings on chatbots and Craigslist and how to do this and how to do that, how to do video, which Thad can teach that on his own. But we've got so much value in the back office. And a lot of this stuff, believe it or not, is being sold out there on the internet for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and you can get access to it free. It's a learning library for you to better yourself, better your skills, and be more valuable to everybody that you come across. Because in order to, here's a gold nugget for you, in order to make it in this industry, this technology is going to help you do that, even as a beginner. But you have to be able to give value before you can ever receive value. If you're just reaching out like so many people are, and you're just saying, here's the info and drop a link. Here's the info and drop a link. Here, you know how many of those I get a day? And I say, and block. I don't even care about those people because I don't have a relationship with them. They haven't reached out to me and said, hey, how's it going? What, where do you, they haven't created a conversation, liked any of my posts. Some people, try and promote programs that I'm either already in or that, stuff that's all over my profile. And I'm like, did you even look at my profile? So I kind of went off the grid there for a second. But the bottom line is this. This technology is very powerful, but it's extremely beginner friendly. Extremely. Okay, if you can come in and type out text, you can do this. And that being said, I'm going to share another little thing that I'm probably not supposed to tell you. Cody's going to kick my butt here in a minute. But they are coming out, they're making this so easy, guys. They're coming out with an ad library. So they're going to be able to tell us what ads are working in whatever niche you're in. And all you got to do is copy and paste. That's it. They're telling you what it is, okay? And I won't go any further, Cody, because there's a lot more coming. If your mind has been blown today on, I'm not even looking in my camera. If your mind has been blown today on this webinar, you need to go ahead and click that link and get started, because we haven't even begun. We're in version 1.0. We haven't even started yet. There are so many things coming out that I can't tell you about. And guess what? This is the best part. They're not going to upsell you on any of this. When they dropped the landing pages, they said unlimited landing pages for free. When they contracted with the major search engine that's providing free leads for building a landing page, guess what? Those are free. All you got to do is build a free landing page and connect it to your ad. Okay? Every feature that they're dropping and the direction they're going, there's no upsells. As long as you're part of this company and you're paying for a pin, you get access. And you want to pay for that pin because that's your advertising medium. That's how you're going to get in front of it. And you're going to be able to, coming soon, target your audiences a lot better and a lot broader. And that's all I'll say about that. It's just going to get better. So that being said, if this webinar has resonated with you today at all, you need to be clicking that link, okay? $77 to get you in, because it's a one-time $30 activation. And you're going to set up your ad right away. They'll set up your landing page for you, and you'll be off to the races and getting leads and running. That being said, I'm glad that you guys made it to this. Anybody that's watching this in the future, please get back to the person that got you here. Again, no competition at all here. We're all one big family. We're all building together. Cody, do you have any last words since I've been talking? Anything that you want to say before we close this bad boy tonight?
The only thing I can say, man, is you haven't seen. There's a lot more coming. I know a lot, and I'm not going to say anything. I'll say one thing. When he talked about targeted ads, as far as targeting people and demographic, soon here, very, very soon, you'll be able to blanket a whole state, city, or country with your ad. And if that doesn't resonate with you right there, then you don't know marketing. And that's the only thing I'll say.
Okay, so we're gonna wind it up here. We've been going for, I think, almost 50 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. And I will probably we'll have to edit it slightly, because I didn't want to go over 30 minutes, but an hour tops. We always get talking and sharing, and as long as we've been engaging with everybody, I hope we have brought some value to you guys today. But before we go, I'm going to have the master himself come out. We call each other the master and the beast and everything else. But Thad, I'm going to have you put a bow on it. Go ahead and take us out, brother.
What? I get to take it home? Well, all
That's
right.
right.
My main man. Man, I'll tell you what, guys. Like I said before, there's nothing else like this out there. And you have to be on the forefront of breakthrough technology like this. You have to be. You have to be. Think about all the wonderful things that we have, the internet, the computers that we use, and the devices that we have. I just got a iPhone 10 XS Max, whatever, $1,400 for this thing. You have people lined up around the block before it's even released. Things like this, you have to be in the forefront of cutting edge technology, especially when it comes to your business. And there is nothing out there that even compares to this. Like they were saying, there's no competition. Nobody else has this. So what that means is everybody that you show it to that has an iota of sense in their head is going to be blown away by this. So you can literally make a fortune a number of different ways, just by using it to advertise for your own business. Will make you everything that you want to make. But then you can take it to other businesses like Cody's talking about, and like Kyle's talking about. You can advertise in places. Think about it. Where do people have downtime? Transportation depots, airports, train stations, bus stations, wherever people are just sitting around on their phone waiting to see your ad. I'm so excited. I hope you guys feel the excitement. I hope you understand how important this is to get in and start learning and start doing this right now so you can dominate your niche. I'm Thaddeus, coming to you live from my home studio here in Bear, Delaware. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. And if you're watching the replay of this in the form of a page or in the form of a capture page, make sure you click the link. Put in your name, put in your information, get started with this today. Don't sit on the fence, don't waste time, take action. We'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. Everybody have a great afternoon.